Welcome to this explainer. Okay, today we are putting on our detective hats. If you deal with rotating equipment at all, you already know that equipment downtime is a costly, incredibly frustrating crime against your facility's productivity. And the usual suspect? Yeah, it's almost always the mechanical seal. But listen, we aren't just going to look at broken parts today. We're actually
Mechanical
going to
seal
learn how to
failure
read
can
the
cause
clues they
costly
leave behind.
downtime.
So let's
Common
dive right
causes
into this
include
and
dry
solve
running,
the mystery of
misalignment,
mechanical
and
seal
vibration.
failures once and
Proper
for all.
maintenance helps
It's
prevent
the exact
failures and
question
improve
that echoes
reliability.
across plant floors literally everywhere. Why is your pump leaking again? I mean, you just fixed it, right? You just replaced the seal. Yet there it is, that unmistakable, infuriating puddle forming right under the equipment. It is incredibly frustrating. But you know, that puddle represents a whole lot more than just lost fluid. It's lost revenue, it's wasted maintenance hours, and it's a massive disruption to your entire operation.
To get to the bottom of this, we're going to follow a highly structured approach today. We'll cover 1. The seal failure problem, 2. Common failures and solutions, 3. A seal inspection checklist, 4. Root cause analysis, and finally, 5. Best practices for prevention.
All right, let's jump straight into part 1, the seal failure problem.
So, here is the harsh reality of the situation. Mechanical seal failure is arguably one of the most common causes of pump leakage and unplanned downtime across the entire industry. When a seal fails, our first instinct is usually just to swap it out and get the pump running again as fast as humanly possible. But without proper failure analysis, you're basically doomed to repeat history. Proper analysis is what actually identifies the root causes. So the absolute crucial takeaway here is that by understanding exactly why a seal failed, you can finally break that endless, super expensive cycle of recurring leakage and constant repairs.
Moving right along to Section 2, Common Failures and Solutions.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how we can look at these failures like a matrix. When you're diagnosing a failure, you can pretty much categorize the symptoms into 3 main areas: mechanical, thermal, or environmental. For instance, mechanical issues, like excessive vibration or shaft misalignment, will almost always reveal themselves as uneven wear or direct leakage. The solution? You've got to balance the equipment or replace those worn faces. Thermal issues, like overheating or cracked faces, well, those are usually screaming at you that the seal is running dry or suffering thermal shock. That means you need better priming or low-flow protection. And finally, environmental issues like chemical attacks or particle erosion will just chew up and degrade your O-rings and materials. That is a clear signal that you desperately need material upgrades or inline filters.
Okay, let's transition to Section 3, our seal inspection checklist.
If you are the technician out there on the floor, you absolutely need a rigid procedure to gather your clues. You always start with the obvious: check for visible leakage. Then, pull the component and closely inspect the seal faces for any tiny scratches or cracks. Next, you've got to move to the mechanical health of the pump itself. You want to group these diagnostic steps together. Verify your shaft alignment, measure your shaft runout, and check that bearing condition. Because look, if your shaft is wobbling around or your bearings are shot, that seal literally never stood a chance. Finally, look at the operating environment. Ensure the proper cooling or flush system is actually running. Verify that your process pressure and temperature match the design limits. And of course, thoroughly inspect those O-rings and gaskets for any signs of degradation.
Let's enter the interrogation phase with Section 4, Root Cause Analysis. First up, in our RCA lineup, leakage directly from the seal faces. So what's the cause and effect relationship here? Well, the causes are typically pretty straightforward. You're looking at face wear, improper seal compression, or sometimes just dirty seal faces. The action required is direct and immediate. If the faces are worn out, you've got to replace them. If they're dirty, you need to meticulously clean those sealing surfaces. And if the compression is off, you absolutely have to verify your installation dimensions. Seriously, do not just guess on this. Actually measure it.
Let's move on and see how this builds. Our second RCA mode is seal burnout. Now this is a violent, heavily heat-driven failure. The main culprits here? Operating the pump while it's running dry, or suffering a complete loss of flush water. The required action to stop this from ever happening again is to step up and upgrade your system's defenses. You need to install low-flow protection so the pump automatically shuts down way before it burns up, and you must ensure that there's always adequate cooling and lubrication right there at the seal faces.
The final RCA mode is, without a doubt, the most aggravating: repeated seal failure. When you find yourself replacing the exact same seal month after month, the cause is almost always a systemic mechanical issue.
We're talking about severe shaft misalignment, excessive vibration just rattling through the housing, or outright bearing failure. To stop this vicious cycle, your action items are heavily mechanical. You actually need to step away from the seal itself for a minute and perform a precision laser alignment on the pump and motor. You need to check and trend your vibration levels, and you've got to replace those damaged bearings. Fix the machine, and the seal will survive. It really is that simple.
Which brings us nicely to Section 5, Best Practices for Prevention.
When it comes to future security, there are some non-negotiable golden rules of rotating equipment maintenance. Number 1, never operate pumps dry. Just don't do it. Number 2, maintain a proper seal flush plan to guarantee constant cooling and lubrication. Number 3, monitor your vibration regularly. It is your early warning system for mechanical failure. Number 4, always, and I mean always, check your alignment after any maintenance is performed. Number 5, use the correct seal materials that are specifically rated for your exact application and chemicals. Number 6, follow the manufacturer's installation procedures to the absolute letter. And finally, continuously monitor your temperature and pressure limits to make sure you aren't pushing the equipment right past its breaking point.
Ultimately, it all comes down to discipline. As our source material clearly outlines, the most frequent culprits here, dry running, misalignment, excessive vibration, improper installation, inadequate cooling, they are all entirely preventable. By committing to a genuinely systematic inspection of your operating conditions, your alignment, vibration, and your seal components, you're going to identify the root cause the first time. And that discipline, it will significantly increase your seal life, radically reduce your maintenance costs, and finally put an end to those incredibly stressful, unplanned shutdowns.
I really want to leave you with this final thought to consider the next time you walk out onto the floor. Look at your equipment, look at your stack of work orders, and ask yourself honestly, is your current maintenance routine actually solving the problem, or are you just replacing the symptom over and over again? The clues are all there, just waiting for you. It's time to solve the case.